here, and welcome to Duels and Deck Profiles, a segment on my channel where we talk about decks that are currently in the game, coming out in the future, and just basically show you guys the deck profiles, some duels, and tell you a bit about the deck. Now, in today's Duels and Deck Profiles, we're going to be looking at Metalfoes, a new list that I've been working on thanks to the new supports coming out in the game. Now, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest and say Metalfoes are really good. This deck can set up some really insane boards turn 1 as long as they open up the correct hand. Now, I've been testing this, thinking of how to make this deck better and better and better, and I've kind of come to the conclusion that with Metalfoes, I need to be playing cards like Magical Abductor, I need to be playing cards like Magician's Souls, and we also need to be playing cards like Artifact Scythe. And the reason behind this logic is because, one, if you open up Magical Abductor with like 3 Metalfoes monsters, well, that equals an instant Magician's Souls, which then equals into a Dagda that can set a Scythe from the deck. And if you can get to, and also the Magician's Souls allows you to send 2 combinations that you could set off the Metalfoes traps to the graveyard to go ahead and search any Metalfoes cards. So right off the bat, Magical Abductor is sick. Also in that logic, we are playing the two targets for Magician's Souls, which is Mythical Beast King Jackal, and also Mighty Master of Magic. And the reason behind this is, 1, you can send these 2 off Magician's Souls, and 2, they are both guaranteed negates. Like, Jackal King is a monster negate, this is a spell and trap negate. If you do manage to end with one of these on the board still at the end of the turn with counters on it, then both of these are live. And also you can summon these 2 specifically off your Servant of Endymion. So if you do open, say, multiple spell cards and you do draw Servant of Endymion, then you are able to summon out a Jackal King to stop like hand traps and stuff, or a Mighty Master of Magic, just so you can go ahead and have that spell and trap negate as well. So that's kind of like the reasoning behind playing these cards right here. Obviously, because they're not Metalfoes cards, I just wanted to give a bit of insight on that from the beginning. But without further ado, though, let's actually get into the deck profile and talk a bit about the ratios. So, starting off, we're playing 2 Volflame, 3 Gold Driver, 2 Silvered, and 3 Stealing. Specific reason for these ratios: Volflame can only be searched off Summoner's Art, so you'll want to play 1 Summoner's Art to give you a bit more access into your Volflame to guarantee you having that level 7 a bit easier. Plus, it's another spell card to get you more spell cards as stuff like Magical Abductor and also Servant of Endymion. We're playing 2 Silvered because this is the level 3, and we don't really necessarily need level 3s in the deck. We just want to have 2 of it so we can still search it off Painful Decision if we do manage to draw multiples of the other 2. And we want to play 3 Gold Driver and 3 Stealing. 3 Stealing because it is the high scale of the deck that you can search off Painful Decision. And then 3 Gold Driver because it's a level 4. And I want as many level 4s as possible to give more access into Tornado Dragon to allow you to go into Artifact Scythe. So I wanted to make sure that these were the ratios that I chose for the Metalfoes normal monsters because I felt like they were best possible ratios while testing the deck. For the effective Metalfoes, though, we're playing 1 Metalfoes Vanisher. Reasoning behind this is just because it's a level 9. I still think this card is quite mediocre in the fact that it's allows you to just add Metalfoes from the graveyard when a monster is destroyed that you control what's in the Pendulum Zone. And to special summon it, you need to destroy up to 2 cards, including a Metalfoes card, and they have to be face up. But nonetheless, this card is level 9 and it actually does give us access into VFD, King of All Calamities. So I felt like it was a one-off just so you can go into the access, go into that, because you are actually able to turn 1 and on VFD very easily, because all you need to do is just summon out the Metalfoes fusion monster Crimsonite right here, and Vanisher, which isn't hard in this deck, and then you have instant access into this kind of play. So 1 Vanisher just for that reason, 1 Bismugear, and we're playing, and guys, you're probably thinking 1 Bismugear, but doesn't that only leave you with 6 high scales? Now, yes, it leaves us with 6 high scales in the Metalfoes category, 7 if you include Mighty Master of Magic, but the reason behind this is it's the only scale that you actually cannot Pendulum Summon out in this deck because it's a level 1. So I felt like you only really needed 1 Bismugear in the deck in general, and seeing as you have so many consistency cards in the deck overall, such as Summoner's Art, Painful Decision, Pot of Desires, combination technically as well with Magician's Souls, I personally felt like this was the correct ratio of Bismugear, just at 1 because it's the only one that could not be Pendulum Summoned. Plus, during the end phase, it does search a Metalfoes monster, but it's only during the end phase. So, yeah, just my thoughts on that. Free Metalfoes Mailcaster. I think this card is absolutely insane. In testing, I've been using this card constantly. I've been popping it to add a monster and a Metalfoes monster from my extra deck to my hand, so then I can go ahead and pendulum summon it to have more monsters on the board. This card is insane, and this is a guaranteed free of in my deck, in my opinion. Plus, it's also a level 7, so it gives you more access into stuff like Absolute Dragon and Vortex Dragon to go ahead and have another negate on the board. So just really nice having this card at free as well. Free Magical Abductor to search Magician's Souls, also to go ahead and search other pendulum monsters as well, if you do manage to get to that point. One Mighty Master of Magic, because we send him off Magician's Souls. One Endymion Servant, because I just felt like having the Servant was a really nice card and just comes up kind of bit sometimes. One Jackal King, because of you will send this card most likely 9 times out of 10 off Magician's Souls if you didn't draw the Servant. One Artifact Scythe, because we are playing the Dagda. For spells though, we're playing 3 Unexpected Die and 1 E-Tally, just for more ways to summon out monsters from the deck to guarantee 2 monsters on the board, potentially, so we can go even further. 3 Painful Decision, just for consistency, to go ahead and search out any of these 8 cards here. 1 Summoner's Art as just an additional way to search Volflame. 2 Pot of Desires, just so we can get some draws. 1 Metalfoes Fusion, 1 Metalfoes Fusion, and 1 Full Metalfoes Fusion. I felt like having 1 of each fusion was good, and I have not regretted it, just for the fact that this one recycles itself and draws a card. This one allows you to fusion 1 from hand, field, or extra deck, and this one's just a quick play during your opponent's turn so you can summon Alkahest. And then finally, in the main deck, 2 Combination, because Combination, you send it off Souls and you search 2 Metalfoes monsters. It is literally insane with Souls. But yeah, so that's all the main deck. I personally feel like the ratios in the main deck are correct. I've been testing it quite decently, and I've been really liking the outcomes of a lot of the hands and the duels that I've been going into, so I'm really happy with the main deck as thus far. But for extra deck though, we're playing 1 IP Masquerena, just as another way to kind of like have a link monster that can protect like Access Code Talker or Appaloosa, and plus it's a generic link too. 1 Artifact Dagda to go ahead and set an Artifact Scythe from the deck to then make Tornado Dragon and pop it during our opponent's turn. 1 Amalgam, because he basically is just a really decent link monster that you can summon, then destroy it, then summon it back, and have an extra 2 arrows to go into other pendulum plays, which is really nice. 1 Selene, because we are playing a Magician's Soul package, so this does give us instant access into stuff like Appaloosa above the Goddess and things along those lines. Also Access Code Talker, which is cool as well. Then into Xyz monsters, we're playing both Appaloosa and Access Code Talker as well for the obvious reasons. Then into Xyz monsters, we play Tornado Dragon to pop the Artifact Scythe, Absolute Dragon to summon Vortex Dragon, and VFD King of All Calamities, because we can technically make it turn 1. Fusion monsters though, we're playing the 1 Alkahest. You don't really need more than 1 because it's literally recyclable through cards like the 2 Mithrilium that we're playing. We're playing 2 Mithrilium just because you want to make this card to recycle as many times as possible. So I felt like 2 was the right number because you can just constantly recycle both of them. And also if you do happen to have a combination on board and you fusion summon any of the other monsters, well, that just says you get to summon this back from the graveyard and recycle more. So nice there. 1 Odd-Eyes Vortex Dragon for the Absolute Dragon. 1 Orichalc, because this card says just double piercing damage, is pretty cool. And then 1 Metalfoes Crimsonite, because this card is a level 9 and allows us to make VFD. So this is pretty much the main deck. I've been testing this main deck quite a bit, liking what I've been doing with it, and I feel like it is a pretty good deck overall. We're now going to go into some games to show you what this deck can do, guys. So let's go ahead and go into that, because I'm really enjoying testing this deck. Alright. First game with this deck. Let's go. Come on. Okay, cool. We won the rock, paper, scissors. Alright, so we're going first. So, well, opening hand is pretty busted, I'm not gonna lie. So, with this opening hand, I'm not too sure where I want to go here. There's a couple of routes I can go down. I can activate the Adductor, but I don't think that's the right choice. So what I think I'm going to do with this hand is, because this hand is pretty decent, is I'm going to start off by normal summoning the Magical Abductor. Have the Magical Abductor activated already. Then we're going to go ahead and activate the Mythical Beast Jackal King, just so we can get the 1 counter on that. Then we're going to activate Silvered, and we're going to use Silvered's effect to pop the Jackal King. So basically, I'm going to try and bait an Ash, guys. That's the basic gist of what I'm doing. now that I'm talking about it, it's literally I'm going to try and bait Ash. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through these. We're going to go through the Metalfoes plays and get as many counters as possible. We're going to set a combination here. So we now have 2 combinations for the Magician's Souls. And now let's see if we can bait the Ash. He didn't have the Ash. Okay, so he wanted to allow that. So what we're going to do then is we're going to use the Magician's Souls in hand, and we're going to send the Mighty Master of Magic to the graveyard and special summon the Magician's Souls. Magician's Souls is on board. Now we're going to use the Magician's Souls effect, just sending both combinations to the graveyard to draw 2. We drew a Servant, not the best draw, but it's okay. But we're going to trigger both our Metalfoes combinations, and we get some free resources. So I think with this hand, I'm going to go for the VFD play, just for the fact that I do have the Jackal King in extra deck, so I think the VFD play might be good here. So we're going to go ahead and add a Vanisher, and we're also going to go ahead and add a high scale in Bismugear, I think. Bismugear does seem to be the better one here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, now what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and I can do multiple things. So what I can do is I can go ahead and activate the Bismugear, and then Bismugear can destroy the Melcaster. We can add the silver back to hand. Or I could go ahead and do something else. You know what? I feel like that's the correct play. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the Bismugear. Bismugear is going to go ahead and give this another counter. Then we're going to go ahead and destroy the Melcaster. And we're going to go ahead and set a Para Metalfoes Fusion. And we're going to trigger the Melcaster. Melcaster is going to add Silvered back to our hand. And we're going to go ahead and activate Servant of Endymion. Alright, now that we've got that, we're going to go ahead and special summon Artifact Dagda. Like so. And we're then going to go ahead and Pendulum Summon our Mythical Beast, our Magical Abductor, and our Metalfoes Gold Driver, along with what I think should be... Does this only use Metalfoes monsters? No, it doesn't, so I can actually go further. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and also summon the Silvered. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate the Para Metalfoes Fusion, and we're going to use the Dagda. So we're going to go ahead and set Scythe from the deck to the board. And we're going to go ahead and summon a Crimsonite. So we're going to use 1 from extra deck, which will go ahead and be the Mischief. We're then going to use the Magician's Souls in hand, and we're going to use the Silvered that is on the board. And we summon out the Crimsonite over here. We're then going to go ahead and use our Vanisher, which is going to destroy the Endymion and the Bismugear. We go ahead and special summon out the Vanisher. And now Bismugear triggers, so during the end phase we search for Metalfoes. We're then going to go ahead and summon out Tornado Dragon. So we can pop the Artifact Scythe, and then we're going to end on with our VFD of All Calamities. So pretty much, we've got a lockout for our opponent's extra deck, we've got Search during the end phase, and we've got All Calamities to prevent our opponent from pretty much doing whatever they want. So I'm pretty confident right now in this current board state. We've technically got 4 disruptions, if we count the Tornado Dragon as one. And we've got 2 Omni disruptions. So what we're going to do is we're going to detach 1 material here, send the Vanisher to the graveyard, and I'm going to go ahead and call Dark. Because Dark seems to be the most used archetype in the game. So, standby, main. What we up against, because I've just VFD'd you and I've got a way to negate your extra deck as well. I don't know what we could be up against that could potentially play through this board. And a Red Eyes Fusion. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and make Dragoons, which I can't actually stop, so that's fine. He can't out my VFD, so it's all good anyway. And he did manage to draw a Dark Magician, and he did manage to draw a Red Eyes, so that's good for me. The question is, though, what does he want to destroy? Because he could destroy the Tornado Dragon, or he could destroy... No, he's not going to... Oh, wait, no, he can't attack! He can't attack because of VFD! I forgot about that! And during the end phase, we're going to go ahead and use our Tornado Dragon to detach material and pop that new set card, because I feel like that's a danger. And it is dangerous, so now we just go ahead and summon this. He's locked out of extra deck because... Alright. And we drew... we drew a low scale. Okay, guys. Okay. What I think I'm going to do here is literally just, like, what's damage on board? So, we've got 21. So, this is game, I think. So, we're going to switch the VFD to attack. And we have, what, 21, 42, 43, 67. Yeah, this game. Cool. Battle phase. VFD attack. Die Dragoon. Dagger attack. I don't even need to bother. Yeah, it's game. So yeah. Just ran over my opponent, made a busted turn 1 board. Cool. Game 1, guys. Game 1. Alright, game 2. Let's go. Let's see what we got here. We won the first rock, paper, scissors, but we can't win the second. And we're up against Rocket, probably. Well, we're going to have to try and play... Oh, what? Nani? What? What? Why am I seeing a Toon deck? Is this like Exodia or FDK or some crap? Like, what is this? What am I looking at here? So that's a harpy. That's a harpy. Danger? Is this Danger Toons? What am I looking at? Harpy, what the hell is this? What? Okay, what am I... Huh? Like, maybe he's... Okay, why is there a parallel exceed? What am I up against here? What? What am I playing against? I'm actually baffled. I'm really confused right now. I actually am. A 4-str... What is this deck? And why does it have so much? Like, I've seen 4 different archetypes. I've seen Dangers, I've seen Toons, I've seen Harpies. I'm now seeing Raid Raptors. What is this? Guys, I don't know what I'm playing against. I don't know what this is. But I love it. So, why are there black wings now? What is this, like a wing? Is Toon Harpy then a winged beast? That's a winged beast as well. What is that? What is it? Is Toon Harpy? Is this Winged Beast Turbo or something? Is that what I'm playing against? Winged Beast Turbo, another 4-str... I don't know what I'm playing against right now. Tell me what you think it is in the comments, I guess. Because I'm baffled. I really... Okay, it's infinite negate deck, isn't it? This is an infinite negate... Infinite negate. What am I up against? Am I gonna... I know I'm seeing a Thunderbird right now. It's not a Thunderbird. Nah, it's not a Thunderbird. Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? Normal summon? Battle phase? Attack. Like, that's what I have to do there. Now, I think... No, he can't use the IP, because he can't link this away, because it can't be used as link material. Now, how do I play this out? So... let's see, what can I do? So, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start off by activating Melcaster, and use Melcaster to destroy the Silvered. And we're going to go ahead and actually set our Metalfoes Fusion. And then we're going to activate Unexpected Die. And we're going to special summon out Gold Driver. Then we're going to use Emergency Teleport. An Emergency Teleport will go ahead and summon out a Stealing from the deck. And we're then going to go ahead and make, I think Dagda's the wisest thing to make here, so I'll make the Dagda. Then we're going to go ahead and activate the Silvered. Dagda's going to trigger, obviously. And we'll go ahead and get a Scythe from the deck. We're then going to go ahead and use Silvered's effect, and we're going to destroy Melcaster. And we're going to go ahead and set from our deck a We're gonna go ahead and set, I think, a full Metalfoes, because I think that's the most useful one right now. And then we trigger the Melcaster. Melcaster will go ahead and add back Gold Driver. We'll then go ahead and use our Volflame. And we'll Pendulum Summon, I think? Yeah, we'll Pendulum Summon. And we'll Pendulum Summon 1, 2, and 3. Well, apparently Winged Beast combo didn't want to play. But pretty much what I was thinking I was going to do was I was going to go into Access Code Talker. I was going to destroy this. Your opponent can target this card or Winged Beast once this card points to. I wouldn't be able to deal with the Sovereignty, but hell, that was interesting. Winged Beast Toon Turbo? But honestly, I think what I was just going to be able to end on there, all I was going to be able to end on would probably be a Mithrilium that would have compulsed the IP Masquerena. He would have kept the Sovereignty, and then next turn I would have also a full Metalfoes fusion to allow me to kind of like fusion summon on his turn, which I know isn't the best thing, but I would have been able to just do things like that, and I could even use the Mithrilium to return one to hand to guarantee on my board, instead of returning the IP to guarantee that I could have the Alkahest to take a monster. So there were options from that board, but that was game 2. Last game of the video. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. And we lost to rock, paper, scissors. I will see you guys in the next video. Robert1 signing out later. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, that's... Oh. Okay. This hand's pretty good, actually. So right off the bat, I'm activating Painful Decision. And we're going to go ahead and get a Gold Driver. So... this hand is actually really good, and I'm surprised. I'm a bit surprised here. So let's actually go in with this. So we're going to go ahead and Gold Driver, and then we're going to Melcaster. And we're going to go ahead and Melcaster, pop Gold Driver, to get the other combination. So we go ahead and set that combination. We'll then set this combination, and we'll use the Magician's Souls in our hand. Like, I'm actually surprised how good this hand is. Alright. Like, you draw the Magician's Souls, and he let us go first, which confuses me a bit, but it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and just do that. We're going to go and do stuff. We're going to do stuff. So we're going to go ahead and use the combinations. 1 and 2. And we're going to go ahead and get a Vanisher. Has to be a Vanisher with this kind of hand. And we'll go ahead and grab us also a Bismugear. Then we're going to go ahead and do a bit of other things. We're going to go and do us a... Is there anything else I want to do? You know, I should have searched low scale. Thinking about it. I should have probably searched low scale. But it's fine. It's fine. I can still do stuff. It's just I have to think. So... Ooh. What I think I'm going to do is... I'm going to go ahead and use the Bismugear. Like, I could just go straight into VFD, to be fair. You know what? I'm just going to Pendulum Summon. So, it's Pendulum Summon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to go ahead and Special Summon. Now, there's no point in summoning Dagda here. There's absolutely no point. So, what I think I'm going to do is... I'm going to go ahead and Special Summon out Selene, and then use Selene's effect to Special Summon back the Jackal King. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we go ahead and do 1, 2, and 3. Summon out Selene. Selene has 3 counters on it, or should have 3 counters on it, yep. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go ahead and summon back the Jackal King. We're then going to go ahead and use Bismugear. Bismugear will pop the Melcaster. We'll go ahead and set Metalfoes Fusion. Like so. Then we're going to use the Melcaster. And Melcaster is going to go ahead and add us a Gold Driver to hand. Then we're going to go ahead and use the Metalfoes Fusion. Summoning out our Crimsonite. And we're going to use our Volflame. Our Gold Driver in hand. And also... are Malcaster in extra deck. No, Stealing in extra deck. And we'll go ahead and summon out the Crimsonite. We get 2 counters on this, giving us negate there. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and activate our Vanisher. Destroying Special Summon. Destroying Bismugear and Selene. Special Summoning out Vanisher. And then Bismugear will trigger. And then during the end phase, we get to search as well. And we'll also then go ahead and summon out our VFD, True King of all Calamities. And we'll set the 1 Metalfoes Fusion just as a bluff and pass turn. So, pretty good, I would say. Not bad at all. We're going to go, obviously, get the high scale, because the high scale is the hardest one to get right now. So we'll get the Volflame. And we have got a pretty good board. Now, Gamma me and you still lose, because I've got this. We'll go ahead and call Dark. So, turn 1. Pretty good, just because we opened up Magician Souls. Like, legit, this deck works so well because of Magician Souls and Magical Abductor. And that's a fact, so it's just like, yeah. Allure of Dark, oh, we called it right, it's a dark deck, boys. It's a dark deck. He's unable to play the game. Unable to play this game. VFD, a pretty broken. Konami, please ban VFD. Please. This card is not fair. Me playing VFD and asking to ban it. It deserves it, okay? It deserves it. But yeah, so what's he going to banish here? Because he doesn't really, if he's playing something like Thunder Dragons, he doesn't get any resources out of banishing the card. And he's all of his Dark Monster effects are negated. So that's a thing there as well. And oh. Sacred Beasts? Okay. Okay. I'm alright with a bit of Sacred Beast action. Alright. I mean, you're unable to attack me, and all your cards are effects are negated, but I'm okay with this. Like, sure. VFD said no. Cool. Cool. Well, I don't know where I'm going to go with this, but sure. So he's going to go ahead and allure again? Is he just trying to draw into ways to play the game? Because there's not really any way for him to play the game, seeing as I called Dark with VFD. I think he's just trying to siphon through his deck to get to something that will allow him to play. Or at least be over the Jackal King. That would make the most sense. And has he banished all 3 of those? No, he banished 2 of them. Okay. So he sets 1. I'm assuming he's going to set 4 and pass with 4. Like, that would make the most sense. But he could also just set 1 monster as well to mitigate damage. I don't know. You know, I really don't know where this is going. It could go a lot of ways. One way, though, is that I need to make Mithrilium. Because Mithrilium will allow me to negate, will allow me to compulse stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. I do need to draw something, though. I need to draw something good. I'm not sure, like, a Melcaster would probably be the best thing I could draw here, because Melcaster would just allow me to go in. And we... That's a joke. That's a joke. Okay, that's a bit of Joker right there. That annoys me. That really annoys me. We search the one, or we search the only target in the deck, and we draw the thing that searches that. Okay. Well, I can lock him out of extra darks again, so I think it's fine. So I'm just going to switch both of these to attack. And we're going to attack. Literally no reason not to. Gets hit with that swift battle fader. I'll negate it. So yeah, we just attack with these. And then main phase 2, I'm going to pass again. Yeah, there's not really much else I can do. So just pass. And draw phase, VFD. Calling Dark. And unless that's an imperm set, this should be game. Because he did say in the same column as the only card on board, so that being an imperm wouldn't be that far of a stretch. And it would make quite a lot of sense. So yeah, I could see that being an imperm. I could definitely see that being an imperm. And it's not. It is a Escape from the Dark Dimension. Alright. I don't know why you're playing this, but I suppose. Okay. like, all your dark effects are negated. You can't use any dark effects. And I don't think he can normal summon into a Sacred Beast. Wait, what? Oh, does this special summon? Fair dues. You can't attack with it, but fair dues, man. So he's got a Ravael. I'm not scared of the Ravael. So that's fine by me. I honestly don't know what I can do, though. Because I need to out the Ravael. I can't target the Ravael, if I'm right. Your opponent cannot target Uriel, the Lord of Searing Flames, Hamon, the Lord of Striking Thunder, or Ravael, the Lord of Phantasms, or Amenity, the Chaos Phantasm in your monster zone with card effects. Also, those monsters cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So Mithrilium doesn't out this, which is annoying, because I'm pretty sure Mithrilium has to target. And you can target 2 Metalfoes cards in your graveyard and 1 card on the field. So yeah, it targets both. Don't know. How do I out that? So he's using the 7 spirits. You know what? If he summons a monster in defense mode and just leaves it in defense, I'll summon Orichalc and I'll win. As long as I draw a Metalfoes monster. Like, that's all I'll need to do. Just draw a Metalfoes monster and that will be game. Which does kind of suck. And he's just done it. He did it. I need to draw a Metalfoes monster and I win. Metalfoes... Actually, is it just 2 Metalfoes monsters? Because, no. You can't attack because of a VFD. Just draw a Metalfoes monster. Just draw a Metalfoes monster. Just draw a Metal... Okay, cool. We win. Yeah, we're going to do this. Summon out Orichalc. Yep. Enter the battle phase and attack for game. Double piercing damage. Double piercing damage. Alright. But guys, that has been Metalfoes Duels and Deck Profiles. And honestly, I really like this deck. Seeing what I can do with Metalfoes, seeing as back in the day I used to play Metalfoes through a ton of different ways, and I love Metalfoes to bits because I played like pure Metalfoes back in the day. I played Zodiac Metalfoes, I played Magician Metalfoes, I played so many different builds of Metalfoes because it was just one of my favorite Pendulum decks back in the day. And seeing that Metalfoes are coming back with more support and seeing how good they are, and honestly guys, you could play a build very similar to this. You just wouldn't be able to play VFD in the current game as well. It wouldn't be as good because you don't have the power of Metalfoes Fusion or the VFD, but you could do that in today's metagame as well. But in all honesty, guys, I'm just very happy to be playing Metalfoes again. I cannot wait for this new support because I will actually take this deck to locals. I will take this deck to locals and I will win with it at locals. But guys, I really am happy to see this deck back in action. I'll see you guys in the next one though. Tell me what your thoughts are on the new Metalfoes support and this deck build. Tell me if there's anything you would personally change. Like, there are some things that I have noticed in testing more and more that I kind of want to change, but I'm not going to say in that now because it might be in a future video. And yeah, guys, thoughts in the like, comment, subscribe, and all of that down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Robot1 signing out.